Now let's go and look at a more complex family tree, just to keep you entertained and just show you that it can get more complicated. So what I'm doing is I'm actually adding data for kings and queens of England. I'm truncating the table first as well because it has other data in it. So there we go. We got inserted, and truncated. Let's go back up to here. Let's take all these examples and we'll just go through them one by one just to show you what's going on, which hopefully helps you to understand how these queries work without just reading manuals and regurgitating theory. So here is all the data. I'm going to order it by the name of the person. Run it. Here we have all these people. They're not ordered by the sequence that they are in the hierarchy. As you can see, he was born in 1960 and then someone down here was born in 1926. Slightly different. So now let's connect it all up and start with the oldest person in the family tree, which is George V. George V obviously had a father and mother, but we don't have them in our database. He was born in 1865. And we've obviously already sorted this query by birth, so we know that George V is the oldest or first member in this tree, at the top of the hierarchy. So now let's look at George V and forget the overriding order by clause of birth, and let's join everything up based on his father. So George V didn't have the father in our database. He did, but he's not in here. And he had lots of kids, as you can see. So when it looks at just her father, it gets a little confused. So let's change this to the mother, given that she is a mama. Run this. Picture changes quite drastically, right? Makes perfect sense. As we've seen here, we've duplicated. I need to change this. Put this up here. UE2 is a mother and not a father, so the above result, as in with a single row, is a little bit odd because it can't connect up the tree using the father when it starts with the mother. A little dumb. Okay. There's a special pseudo column called connect by root that we can use to connect and show the branches. So in this case up here, let's take this George V query again so we know what we're looking at here. And let's duplicate him down here. Run the George V query again. George V is the root of the tree, so it shows you all the parents, or all his parents, all the kids with all the parents, and the different levels in the tree. Now, if you do this, it's going to show the root of the entire tree. So George V is on the left everywhere. Here's the root of the entire tree for all of these people in here. And obviously we can change to another root by simply changing to another person in the tree. So let's actually run a query like this first, and we'll put Charles, Prince of Wales. Oops, we don't want to do that. I want to copy and paste this, put this into here. Let's run Charles, Prince of Wales, and this is what we get. We get Charles, Prince of Wales, and here are his kids, and he's the father. That's his father. When we run this one with connect by root, we're going to get something a little weird. We have Charles, Prince of Wales, Charles, Prince of Wales, Charles, Prince of... Looks a bit daft, but basically what it's done is it's taken Charles, Prince of Wales, and it's replaced his kids with his own name, the root of the tree that starts with Charles, Prince of Wales. Pretty simple, right? And obviously, if we go back to the mother, Queen Elizabeth II, this is her tree structure with all her kids in here. And then we change that to connect by root. Everything becomes listed as her. And obviously we've connected to the mother, not the father. We can't connect to the father and expect to look for the mother. Here's another little option where divide up all the nodes as branch or leaf. It'll tell you what something is. So we start with Charles, Prince of Wales. And we can see he's a branch because he has kids in the database. He's a leaf because there are no kids in the database. These guys don't actually have kids yet. So we could take this query here, duplicate this, and let's do something else that Queen Elizabeth II, I think it's listed in this database as Queen. And let's run this again. And we get a slightly bigger tree. No, we don't, because we need to connect her as a mother. Doesn't make sense to connect her as a father. She's not the father. And we could get rid of the birth. We'll leave it in there for now. As you can see, she's on the branch. He's a leaf because he's not listed as having any kids, because he's not a mother, he's a father. She's a branch, she has a kid, she's a mother. Again, these are leaves because their mother is Queen Elizabeth II. It's a little bit confusing because I've got the multiple father and mother connection, but you can see both things working at the same time. It makes it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to copy these queries back in here because I changed them. And that's it.